Hello, hello! This is my Prediction Princess deck profile. My name's Nicholas. This is Gandora Gaming, and I want to show you one of my favorite ritual decks of all time. This deck is not competitive, but it can definitely take games off competitive decks, if you know what I mean. Any casual dreamer out there knows what I mean. And this is one of the most powerful ritual decks I think that exist. Prediction Princess is an underrated boss monster, and I can't wait to show you the deck profile. So first things first, we play 3 Prediction Princess. Terra's, you're not going to pronounce that name. Teratari. We just call it Teratari. It's the one with the magical hands doing this. And basically, this is the boss monster and the whole card of the deck. This whole deck revolves around Teratari. And basically what this card does is that if this card is ritual summoned, it can now, during either player's turn, either flip up one monster you control, flip up a monster your opponent controls, flip a monster face down your opponent controls, or flip down a monster I control. So all this does is just flip up a monster up and down. And this is a flip mechanic, yes. This is the flip first ritual and flip deck on the archetype. I know we're really getting the views out there, but I honestly believe this is a really cool archetype. This also has the effect that if you have a ritual flip monster engraved, it reborns it face down. It'll come up in importance, but this card is the linchpin of this whole deck. If this didn't exist, then we could not play this deck, of course. Next we play 1 Chaos Dragon, Chaos Max Dragon. This guy is your real boss monster of the deck. This is how you go for game. The idea is that you can flip one of your opponent's monsters face down after you lock them out a couple turns. And then once their monster's face down, do double piercing damage and go for game. Chaos Dragon is a great boss monster. He can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects. He's 4,000 attack, and he does double piercing damage. What more can you want from a boss monster? Next, we play 3 Chalice Slime. Anyone knows MBT, the Chalice Slime monthly tournaments. This is what the guy is based off of. This guy is a keystone of all ritual decks besides Dragtron and maybe Necroz. And basically what this card does is, hey, you can discard this card or another card in hand, special summon an incantation from your deck. And then the incantations do things from there. You're never going to ritual summon this guy, and he's also your preparation of rights target. As you notice, these guys are 9s and 8s. You need a 7 or lower to search your pre-preparation of rights, so he's your target. Alright, so that is it for the rituals. Now we'll go on to the flip monsters. First things first, we play 2 Pot of the Forbidden. This guy is an amazing boss/control monster for the deck. He's not the goal of this deck, that's why we're only playing 2 of him. But he's great material to use for Taratari here. And basically what this guy does is when this card flips someone, he gets one of the effects based on what you choose on the scenario, basically. And he basically copies the forbidden cards. If you flip him up, you can do one of 4 effects. First effect, you draw 2, so he copies Pot of Greed. You can also return all spell traps your opponent control on the field to hand, so he's Hate Trunade. You can destroy all monsters your opponent controls, such as Raigeki. And then you can look at your opponent's hand, shuffle 1 card from their hand into the deck. That's the Forceful Sentry. So he's a great enabler for forbidden cards. It's a strong card, and he helps you get advantage. If you just need to draw 2 every turn, this is the guy to do it. Next, we play 3 Spirit of the Fallen Winds. This card is a beautiful card. Basically, when this card is normal summon, you can add a flip monster from your deck to your hand. This is the Stratos of the archetype. It's very important. And yeah, it's just a really good card. It's level 4, it's 1800. It's not a bad stat. Honestly, this card was waiting for a flip deck to break it, and I think this is the deck to do it. Next, we play 3 Prediction Princess Koinonia. This card is the real heart and soul deck. If it wasn't for Prediction Princess Teramia, this card is the next best thing. This card says, hey, when this card is flipped face up, you spell summon a flip monster from the deck. Face down defense position. You can only do the effect once per turn. This card is amazing. This card, when Prediction Princess, you can flip it up, spell summon the Pot of Forbidden from your deck, or the real linchpin of this deck, the reason why this deck can take games off meta decks, Guard Dog. Guard Dog right here is the cornerstone of this deck. We play 3 Guard Dog, and basically what Guard Dog says is that when flipped, your opponent can't special summon for the rest of the turn. So this whole deck's gimmick is to get Guard Dog onto the field, have Prediction Princess, and just continuously flip up Guard Dog on your opponent's turn and flip him back down to book a moon to lock your opponent out of from special summoning. That's the whole gimmick of this deck. Now, if you're wondering, how does this deck deal against altered guys, like control decks? Well, there's a side deck card, which I'll show you later on, called Whirlwind Weasel. It's another level 3. And basically, it says when it's flipped face up, your opponent can't special summon from... not special summon, but you can't activate spells and traps the rest of the turn. So this is the monster that you can't special summon monsters. The other one says your opponent can activate spells and traps. Depending on your matchup, you play one or the other. That is it for the flip monsters. Now we get on to the searchers. Well, these guys are searchers, but the ritual support cards. Alright, so let's get on to that. So that's the linchpin of the deck. Next we play 3 Sonic Bird. This should be Manju, the 10,000 hands. But this is just an easy, cheaper alternative. I don't even think Manju's expensive anymore, but when I built this deck years ago, Manju was like $4 or $6 and it was hard to find. So Sonic Bird is just as good. Actually, when this card is normal summon, you add this card's so old, it says Ritual Magic card. Basically, you're supposed to add a ritual spell from your deck to your hand. And that's basically what he does. He's a cool bird. You cut him out for Manju, that's all you need. Next, we play 2 Talismandra, 2 Candle, 1 Bookstone, and 1 Pencil Plume. I'll explain what all the incantations do. Basically, for Bookstone and Talismandra, you reveal a ritual monster from your deck, from your hand, special summon them, special summon one of the other ones, and then they search a corresponding. When he's special summoned from the deck, he searches a ritual monster. When this one's special summoned from the deck, it special summons a ritual spell. When this one's special summoned from the deck, I believe it adds 1 ritual spell from the graveyard. And when this one's ritual summoned from the deck, you add a ritual monster. So the whole point of this deck is these are recycling engines, and they also get you to your spells and traps. For Candle and Pencil Plume, you reveal... no, I got this mixed. My apologies. It's like this. My bad. I got these 2 mixed because you don't play them that much. Basically, Bookstone says reveal a ritual spell to special summon itself. And then if it's special summon from the deck, it does add a ritual spell, and then this one adds a ritual monster. So these are the 3 that go together. Ritual monsters, and then this goes for ritual spells, what to reveal. Alright, that is it for the monster lineup. Now we go on to the ritual spells, or just spells in general. There's no traps in this archetype, but no worries, we don't need traps where we're going. Next we play 3 Prediction Ritual. This is the ritual card of this archetype. We also play 1 ritual Incantation Inception as the rituals card to summon out Chaos Max over here. So I'll go into what Prediction Princess ritual does. Basically, it allows you to ritual summon using Prediction Princess. It allows you to whip her, but also the turn this card was not activated is in the graveyard. You can banish it to add a Prediction Princess from your deck to your hand. So it helps you get fodder, and it's just a really strong card. Inception says you can ritual summon any ritual from your hand as long as you use incantations as material. So to summon Chaos Max, you have to use Chalice Slimes or the incantation monsters. There is no other way around it. It's the only way you're summoning out Chaos Max. But like I said, Chaos Max is the linchpin of this deck. You definitely need it. Now we play 1 Call by the Grave for your pesky hand traps. 3 Preparation of Rites because it adds the ritual monster and the ritual spell to your hand. This is a free +2. We play 3 Prediction Ritual of Rites, the original pre-prep. What pre-prep does, it basically says, hey, add a level 7 ritual from your deck to your hand, and then return one ritual spell, in this case one of these, back from your graveyard to your hand. It's only level 7 we play, or level 7 or lower, is Chalice Slime, which is just recursion for your starters. Next we play, finally, for the last card, 3 extra Foolish Burial. Basically pay half your life points, send a monster from your extra deck to graveyard, and you cannot set for the rest of the turn. This card has a heavy cost, but you can send cards like Herald of Arclight or Elder Entity Nentis to either pop a card or add a ritual spell or trap from your deck to your hand. Herald if you're trying to add a spell or trap, and Entity Nentis if you're trying to pop a pesky Floodgate or a card your opponent controls. And that is it for the deck list. I hope you guys enjoy. On to the combos. Whoa! Alright, so for ritual decks, it's a lot harder to ultimately show you combos because there's not a lot of one-card combos in rituals, I'll be honest. And for this list, you need your whole hand to do your thing. So like I said, this isn't a competitive deck, but it can win against competitive decks, as you know what I mean. So in this hand, we're going to normal summon Spirit of the Fall Winds. Fall Winds is then going to add to our hand a Guard Dog. And like that, we're halfway there in our combo. We are then going to activate Prediction Princess, Pre-Preparation of Rites. We're going to add to our hands a Prediction Princess and a Prediction Ritual. We will then ritual summon using pre-preparation of rites in the forbidden pot in hand. We'll ritual summon you out. Now, we could just pass them because they have full combo, but we're going to keep going. We're going to activate Chalice Slime in hand. We're going to discard Guard Dog, and we're going to special summon an incantation from deck, in this case Chalice Slime. Chalice Slime will then activate, and it'll add to our hand a Chaos Max for next turn. Okay, that's the full lock. End phase, she will activate, special summon a special summon a flip monster from your grave or hand. In this case, to get the best recursion, we're going to special summon out Guard Dog in defense position, and then pass it to our turn. Your opponent goes, during their standby phase, you activate Prediction Princess effect. You're going to flip with the Guard Dog activates, they cannot special summon for the rest of the turn. And like that, they are locked. And let's say they have a Moss monster. Let's say they have their own Stratos. We'll use Blackwings as the example. Let's say they normal summon Blackwing, battle phase, kill the Guard Dog. Alright, Guard Dog's dead. My turn, I draw. I already won the game because this thing wins games. We're going to activate Chalice Slime again. We're going to pitch Prediction Princess Coin, special summon from our deck, a Prediction Princess, let's see, Chalice Slime. Chalice Slime is the first one to activate. Alright, Candle, my apologies, I'm mispronouncing all these guys' names. To add to hand, let's see, Inception. We'll then activate Inception using these two as material. Special summon out our Chaos Max. Use her to flip you face down and go for lethal. Double piercing damage. Let's say your opponent's still alive. End phase, you get to reborn the doggy in face down defense position. And then your opponent's still turn. Effect, you flip it up. GG's, no reeve. Easy duel. You'll have a wonderful day. Take care. And don't do anything stupid.